Day 47. Leviticus chapter 11, 12 and 13. Unclean animals. Skin diseases. Bodily discharges. Mold in fabric. It feels distant. Strange. Even uncomfortable. But we will slow down and listen carefully to the whispers from these verses. In chapter 11, we read detailed instructions about clean and unclean animals. But if water has been put on the seed and a carcass falls on it, it is unclean for you. A seed by itself is fine. A dead animal is unclean. But if water has already been placed on the seed, and then contamination touches it, now it's unclean. Why? Because water activates the seed. It prepares it for growth. What you prepare for growth must be protected from contamination. Your seed might be a business idea, a ministry calling, a marriage, a child you are raising, a spiritual discipline you just started. Once something is activated, once you've watered it, it becomes vulnerable. And God is teaching Israel something profound. Don't let death fall on what is meant to produce life. Sometimes the contamination isn't dramatic sin. Sometimes it's subtle. Negative conversations, compromise, bitterness, small unchecked habits. Holiness is not just about avoiding obvious evil. It's about guarding what God is growing in you. Then comes this powerful declaration. I am the Lord your God. Consecrate yourselves and be holy, because I am holy. God does not say, be holy so I will love you. He says, I am your God, therefore be holy. Holiness flows from relationship. This is not behavior modification. This is identity alignment. Today many believers struggle because they try to act holy without remembering whose they are. When you know you belong to God, you are called by Him, you are set apart by Him, then holiness becomes less about pressure and more about purpose. Then this whisper, do not make yourselves unclean by any creature that moves along the ground. God is saying, don't lower yourself to crawling things. In our time that might mean, don't reduce yourself to gossip. Don't crawl into resentment. Don't slither into hidden addictions. Don't let your mind live in low places. You were not created to crawl. You were created to reflect a holy God. If she gives birth to a daughter, for 2 weeks the woman will be unclean, then she must wait 66 days to be purified. Why the extended time? Many rush to judge this text through modern assumptions. But step back. In the ancient world, childbirth was dangerous. There was no modern medicine. There were no sanitary facilities. Isolation laws often protected both mother and community. Here is the deeper lesson. God acknowledged recovery time. In a culture that demands instant productivity, this chapter reminds us. Healing takes time. Recovery takes time. Rest is not rebellion. God built recovery rhythms into law. For someone listening today who feels guilty for needing time to heal, physically, emotionally, spiritually, this is your reminder. God does not rush restoration. He honors it. Chapter 13 deals with skin diseases, often translated as leprosy. Isolation was temporary. It was investigative. It was protective. The priest didn't immediately declare someone permanently unclean, he observed. 7 days. Then he checked again. How often do we declare final judgments based on surface appearances? God's system built in waiting. Evaluation. Discernment. Sometimes when God isolates you, it is not punishment. It is protection. It is diagnosis. It is giving something time to reveal its true nature. That period when doors close. That season when friendships fall silent. That stretch when you feel alone, it might be your 7 days. And 7 days always comes with re-examination. Our next whisper is about recognized healing. Black hair growing in the sore was a sign of life returning. Life where there had been decay, healing was visible. Whatever you do, please look for signs of life. Sometimes we say nothing has changed, but has bitterness softened? Has prayer increased? Has peace begun to grow? Has hope returned? That is black hair in the wound. God trains His priests, and by extension us, to look carefully for restoration. Don't ignore small signs of growth. They are evidence of God at work. Later in chapter 13, God addresses mold in garments. God didn't say burn the entire garment immediately. He said wash it, inspect it. If the stain fades, remove the affected portion. Not every environment must be abandoned. Some need cleansing, some need partial removal, some need boundaries. But some do need to be burned. Discernment matters. If you keep exposing yourself to mold, toxic relationships, unhealthy influences, destructive content, it will spread. God cares about your spiritual environment. He cares about what surrounds you. He cares about what you wear, metaphorically speaking. He cares about what covers your life. Holiness is not just personal, it's environmental. When you take time to read closely, it becomes clear that these laws were not random restrictions, they were guardrails. In a desert community, without modern science, God was teaching hygiene, quarantine, food safety, disease control, environmental inspection. Before laboratories, before medical textbooks, before sanitation systems, holiness was practical. And spiritually it still is. God's boundaries are not designed to shrink your life. They are designed to preserve it. If you are listening and seeking God, here is the heart of today's chapters. God notices details. God values health. God gives time for healing. God distinguishes between surface issues and deep corruption. God restores. God declares clean. Holiness is not about perfection, it's about alignment. It's about guarding the seed. It's about watching for mold. It's about allowing examination. It's about celebrating signs of life. And above all, it's about remembering, I am the Lord your God. Be holy, because I am holy. Holiness begins with Him. It flows from Him. It reflects Him. You are not called to crawl in dust. You are called to carry His likeness. So today, guard what God is growing. Allow seasons of examination. Watch for signs of healing. Clean what can be cleaned. Remove what must be removed. And rest in the truth that the God who calls you holy is the God who makes you whole.